Adventures of Thil, Moe, and Bo Joe, Episode 1. The Fishing Hole, a screenplay, written by Maurice Carlton. Cast list. Phil Lester. He is a funny guy, 55 years old but doesn't look it, stays in shape. Back in the day, he was a stand-up comedian who didn't make it, and now always tells Red Fox jokes. He sells weed for a living. Mo Money. Mofello Franklin. He is funny, 56 years old, but doesn't want to be known as funny or comedian, but a serious actor who didn't make it either. He has made a living as the consummate sales professional. He has sold every kind of tangible and intangible product that ever existed. Bo Joe. Bo Man Joseph. He is a street philosopher. Voice sounds like Satchmo. Fancies himself a jazz singer who can really only talk, sing, scalps tickets for a living. The newscaster, Avan Little. Exterior, Croton Reservoir. Croton Reservoir, New York. The dog days of summer. Those late July and August days that make us yearn for fall. Late afternoon, just before sunset, when the fish are starting to bite. Scene opens with a montage of different fishing scenes. Underneath, we hear John Coltrane and Miles Davis playing the song So What by Miles Davis. Cut to exterior, the fishing hole at Croton Reservoir. We find three fishermen. Phil sitting left, Mo Money center, and Bo Joe right of a beautiful opening to the waterfront. Each has his own fishing chair with the latest gear, including huge beach umbrellas on each chair to protect from the hot sun during these days. It's about 5 p.m., and they all have just caught some nice sized catfish. We can hear the jazz tune So What playing from the portable CD radio player.
What a nasty sight. I hate taking the treble hook out, especially when they swallow it deep in their throat. You have to rip it out, and sometimes it takes about 3 or 4 jerks to get the shit out. Be nasty.
Is that why you wear them big ass gloves?
There you go, starting shit. Why you ask some shit like that?
Phil suddenly jumps up quickly and moves to check the caught fish line.
Hey, you see our caught fish splash? You see that big ass snapping turtle trying to steal our fish?
He pulls in the fish line and checks to make sure the turtle didn't eat any of their fish while stomping his foot to scare the snapping turtle off.
Whew, that was just in the nick of time. You see that shit?
He throws the caught fish line back in the water to stay fresh.
Look out! Water moccasin in your foot, Phil!
Oh,
He
shit!
screams and runs to get away.
Just kidding, man!
Mo Money and Bo Joe fall out of their chairs laughing.
See? Uh-huh. Niggas and flies. Can't stand them.
As he has a fish on his line.
Oh shit, fish on. Yes, sir, and it's a big one.
Bo Joe grabs his line and starts to rapidly reel in his catch.
I told you, don't reel so fast. You just slow down before you lose them.
Snake for real. A big ass snake. Look.
Get it for me, man. I ain't gonna lose this fish.
Mo Money runs toward the snake and then runs back.
Damn, that's a big ass black snake.
Bo Joe drops his line and it pops and he runs to the safety of his chair. Phil and Mo Money look at each other.
Just kidding.
Man.
That ain't right. Lost my fish. Damn.
All three go back to their chairs and become silent for a beat.
Hey, fellas. Let me know what you think about my new Red Fox routine, all right?
Okay.
All right, here you go. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Red Fox. Give it up, fellas. Give it up. Hey, Good crowd, good crowd. All two of you. Mm-hmm. You know, I was working down in Mississippi once, and the boss called me over. Now notice I said boss and not owner. See, blacks done had whites fooled for years with the word boss. Yes, sir, boss. And anything you say, boss, I'm gonna take care of it for you, boss. They didn't know that boss spelled backwards is double S-O-B. That's two sons of bitches. Like I said. So like I said, the boss called me over. He said, come here, boy. I said, boy, you must have seen me swimming in the water when it was cold, because I ain't no boy. He said, you know something? I like colored people. I said, that's weird. Me too. He said, I was raised by a colored mammy. I said, yeah, me too. He said, I nursed on the colored mammy's breast. I said, well, you got me beat there because I didn't get to a white breast till I was 22.
Oh, man, you bad.
Now, fellas, I'm going to take a sentence, and by removing a word each time, I want you to watch the story unfold. The sentence is, oh, George, let's not part here. Here we go. Oh, George, let's not part here. Oh, George, let's not part. Oh, George, let's. Oh, George. Oh! See how the story unfolded? Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't know that I was wounded during World War II. That's right, I got shot in the ass coming out of the whorehouse with a soldier's wife.
Ooh.
Now, let me tell you something. You know, when I was a soldier, they had a sergeant that was explaining to all the fellas. He said, well, look, this is what I want you to do. He said, you're going to jump out the plane, you're going to count to 10, then you're going to pull the ripcord, and the parachute going to float you and the equipment down safely. So they had this soldier sitting next to me. He didn't hear too good, and plus he had a stutter. He said, Sergeant, how high did you, Sergeant, how high did you say we were, Sergeant, how high did you say we were supposed to count to? Sergeant said, you better count to 1.
Crazy.
They had these other two soldiers. They had these other two soldiers that was gonna get the Congressional Medal of Honor. So they went before the president. The president said, well, he said, fellas, whatever I can do for you, I will do. What do you want? So he went to the first soldier. He said, what do you want? First soldier said, well, Mr. President, I'd like 100 acres of land and a house. So the president said, well, that's no problem. Write that down. Give this soldier 100 acres of land and a house. He said, what would you like? The other soldier said, Mr. President, what I'd like is $1.50 for every inch between the tip of my penis and my balls. President said, well, that's a weird request. He said, well, all right. He said, doctor, come over here and measure this man up. So the doctor came over with the ruler. He said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my God, where's your balls? He said, back in South Vietnam. Brother got paid.
Yeah.
Said, but the last thing I like to leave you with is that, being in this life all these years, I got a lot of questions. Now here's a question for you fellas. What's better than a tiger in your tank? Some lipstick on your dipstick.
Ooh. Okay.
So how do you make Manischewitz? Another question. How do you make Manischewitz wine? You kick him in his balls.
Oh man.
Go ahead.
Well, look at man.
Now, how does a French girl hold her liquor? By the ears.
Oh shit. Okay, look at man. Since we're having a talent show, let's do a little ham bone. Okay, showtime. Go buy me a mockingbird. If that mockingbird don't sing, Mama go buy me a diamond ring. Ham bone.
Old school, all right.
Yeah, man. Now, hey, speaking of mamas, how's your mama, Mo?
Oh man, ooh, she's good, man. I spoke to her this morning. You know, folks at the nursing home I found, they take real good care of her. I could hear her singing in the background before they handed her the phone. Miss Liz, your son is on the line. She said, I said, Mom. She said, you're kidding. I said, hey, Mama, I love you. She said, I hope so. And she had the sweetest voice, man. And after that, the conversation kind of goes into that other world, you know, she lives in, you know, and I just hang with her.
Yeah, man. Dementia, Alzheimer, whatever you want to call it, is one of the worst diseases. Takes you little by little.
Yeah, man. I spent the last 3 years doing what I could for her until I got to the point where she really needed more than I could do. The memory started to go first. Then day became night and night became day for her. Then she went completely blind. She used to say, we'll cut some of these lights on in here because she refused to believe that she was blind. And then after that, she couldn't walk. Joints began to fuse together and couldn't go to the bathroom on her own anymore. But she can still hear and loves her blues. B.B. King is one of her favorites. And most importantly, she can still swallow and has a good appetite. I would make all her meals by blender for the day, you know, and my mama would wear her dentures. My mama, you know, couldn't wear her dentures anymore because she would bite you when you tried to take them out and clean them. So no teeth, and I spoon feed her. And she would sure let me know when it tasted bad or when it was good. She said, are you sure you cooked this? Because it sure is good. She sings the songs every day and she never complains. And when she remembers me, she always worries about me.
Yeah, that's what mamas do.
Doctors been saying she only has 6 months to live and have been saying that for the past 8 years. Mama soon to be celebrate her 89th birthday.
Look, I know you got 2 brothers, a sister back there. Do they help out?
In the beginning, when I got her there, everybody was very helpful. Bubba, baby bro, and sissy. Yeah, man, they was there. And another brother in Indiana, Doc, and a sister in Louisiana, Caddy. But it's pitiful. At first, when we got her into in an apartment, Bubba, baby boy, and sister was supposed to take over from there, and I was going to go back to New York. But they all backed off and had to take and I had to take on the job. Every now and then, baby boy would come by and see her, and then almost not at all. I don't know what the fuck happened with them. I can only see that since I'm here, there's no need for them to do anything. But at the end of the day, it's better for them to just stay the fuck away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know that's right.
I made sure she got the best. And the day that I left her and returned home to New York was one I will never, ever forget. Man, I cried like a baby. And even though I'm not there now, I still make sure everything is right. See, I'm her DPOA, that's designated power of attorney. They told me this morning that my mama's doing good, even gained some weight back. Taking her off a blood thinner and see how she do. It's a blessing, man. And it's been 4 years since I returned to New York, and not once have any of my siblings, except for baby boy, really taken any part in her life. Mo for taking care of mama. I must say that it is a blessing that baby boy has stepped up and goes by the nursing home on a regular basis. He even told me that baby Bubba cut her hair for her the other day. The sissy hasn't come to see her. Her mother, something went down between those two that I will find out about one day.
Damn, man. My daughter. I'm embarrassed. It's really like, it's hard to talk about this. When I was into her life, she was only 3 years old. her biological mother, in true Puerto Rican style, had just dropped her off to be raised by her Puerto Rican dad, the brother of my Puerto Rican girlfriend. Of course, he claimed the baby wasn't his. So his sister, my wife, took the baby and we raised her as our own child, right? Because that's just what Puerto Ricans do.
Wow. That's a whole lot of scrambled eggs right there.
So now we ended up becoming her legal guardians until age 18. So basically, we adopted her and she became our baby girl.
Man, I remember you telling me about how you taught her to make pancakes.
Yeah, man. She was something else. Didn't speak a word, not a word of English, but she caught on quick. I remember though, one day she taught me Spanish. I was giving her a bath and getting the soap and the water on the cloth. And she says to me, "No toheco mi toti." And she points down to her vagina. I stopped, gave the cloth to her. She washed herself, and we had an understanding since then. This little person was so grown and aware she looked out for herself. And I rewarded her with praises. And she would smile, light up a room. She had this gap in her front teeth that could correct years, that got corrected years later. But then she had a gap. And that gap smile would light up any room. Now, all grown and married with two twins, my grandbabies, a boy and girl, 10 years old, Daniel and Danielle. It don't get any better, right? And she decides to cheat on her husband, a really nice guy. She comes to me and lets me know that they are having problems. And she thinks, she wants to get a divorce. So I say, okay, baby girl, let's make a list of the pros and the cons and see if we can find a logical solution.
Oh, I bet that worked real good. I mean a logical solution.
And basically, she complained about, or the stuff that she was complaining about was BS. Like, he's too cheap. He don't help with the kids with their homework. He don't take me out on dates anymore. Don't side with me when I get in arguments with the neighbors. So I say, does he cheat on you? She says, no. I said, does he beat you or abuse you or the kids? She says, no. I said, is he a drunk or a drug addict? She says, no. And I asked the big one, does he pay the bills on time? Yes, he does, she says.
Oh, shit. He doing better than every other husband I know.
Mm-hmm.
So I look at her and take a long pause. And I said, well, you have just come to a place where maybe you need to see a counselor. Try to remember why you fell in love in the first place. Because what you are complaining about doesn't measure up to a divorce. I take another long pause and I look at her and I ask, is there anything else? She nods and No. I took another long pause. I asked her, are you seeing someone else? She doesn't answer and shakes her head no. Right then, I know she's lying.
Oh, Lord.
Long story short, she tells me she's been cheating on her husband for about a year. Even introducing the twins to Mama's special friend, but Karma can be a bitch.
What? What happened?
She arranged for, she, she arranged for the twins to meet him at their favorite seafood restaurant. Say they're all chowed down on shrimp, lobster, with Roy. Now his name is Roy. Roy has promised them new toys if they were good kids. Of course, the toys that their real daddy has already said no to. You see the setup, right?
Oh, hell yeah, I see it.
So in the middle of all these promises, Roy starts to choke on his seafood. Eyes turn red, throat swells up, and he can't swallow, falls on the floor, and starts to having seizures. They get an ambulance and rushes him to the local hospital where he spends the night due to him having a seafood allergy, which he has never had before.
Are you lying?
I swear I can't make this kind of shit up. Anyway, the next day, she then goes and gets a temporary order of protection against her husband, saying that he has threatened her. And if he comes home and harasses her, intimidates her, she can call the police and have him arrested. In the meantime, she has moved Roy into the house with her and the twins. Her husband goes to the house with a police escort. After getting on the order of protection, and sees Roy for the first time.
Oh no!
Murder, death, kill.
Long story short, my son-in-law calls me on the phone immediately, explains that my daughter has this 6'6", 325-pound Suge Knight looking nigga in his house with his kids, and he should be, and what should he do?
Oh, I thought my family was fucked up. Damn, man, I ain't never heard of no shit like that.
Oh, no.
Murder, death, kill.
Look, I told him, I said, hey, be cool. Don't say nothing. But put me on the speakerphone. He put me on the speakerphone, and I told Roy all the shit that my son-in-law wish he could say. Finally, I'm yelling, get your motherfucking ass out of that house before I come over there, and I hung up. That was about 2 weeks ago. So now they are going back and forth with their attorneys for the divorce settlement. And the twins are the ones really being destroyed by all this bullshit.
And your son-in-law didn't really do anything wrong, or in her view, didn't do anything right either. But I just hope that he doesn't give up. You know, on having another relationship. You fall off the horse, you get right back up there again. You know, there's plenty of fish in the sea, but at the same time, you're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't.
I'm always gonna find me a woman. I'm a mama's boy. That's why I'm a lover of women today. My mama taught me to love women. I just love women, man. Love watching them walk down the street in the morning, going here and there, all kind of shapes and sizes. Some smile back, of course. I'm putting smiles on faces whether they want or not. I love women.
Mo Money gets up and mimics the different women he sees, using Thil and Bo Joe as examples.
Hey, don't you look cute this morning? Now remember, you're supposed to take your share of fun out of your day to treat yourself. And I am the treat you need. Hey, mama, slow down and let nature take her course. Let the break of day find us in a sweet embrace. Holla!
Both men jump up and move away from Mo Money.
Just met this fine thing, man. Well, actually, she's a customer of mine, you know, buys weed from me on the regular.
Blunts, fires each one up and passes one to Mo Money and Bo Joe. They all inhale together and comment on how good it tastes and hits immediately.
Yeah, I caught a stand-up show about, in the village about a month ago, where she was bombing horribly. So I come up to her and I let her know that she was awful. But the good thing is that she can only get better from here. So I fire up some of this new weed that I got called Colored Folks. It's all purple, red, and yellow buds. And then we go to her place. And she been funny ever since. Nice girl, man, nice girl. Besides being fine, curves in all the right places, but really, really appreciates me. Listen to all my Red Fox jokes. Woo. And the sex is mind-blowing.
Any old folks' sex is mind-blowing. You taking them blue pills?
Man, I ain't got to with her, man. She gets me going. Oh. First, she gets in my head with a little game we play. It's like we strangers on the A train during morning rush hour. And it's really, it's really crowded. And then we end up face to face. And she feels me trying to avoid pressing my Johnson directly on the coochie. But she reaches down and unzips my pants and brings me out, standing at attention. So she tucks me in between her legs and just lets the natural rocking of the train guide her movements. Oh man, I go bananas. Then she stops and turns around and raises her skirt and pulls her panties down and puts me inside. And the passengers start cheering us on. Then a huge orgy starts on the train. Ooh, man, I need to calm down just thinking about it.
All three have a good laugh and then a silent moment. Each fires up a blunt again and starts to smoke.
I know one thing. After listening to you two, you better find every millisecond of joy in this life you can. Cause life is short, and tomorrow, especially for our age group, ain't promised.
Resolve 2, exterior edge of water bank. The three fishermen are seen smoking and checking their lines as time has gone by, but no more bites. Bo Joe is standing with his fishing pole and starts to sing a verse from the song, The Things We Do for Money, written by the late Weldon Irvine.
I work all day for my pay. The hours are long and the boss, he's so wrong. I need a break from this mistake.
Dang!
I wonder when this old job we're in. I tell you, honey, it ain't funny, the things we do for money.
Go sing that, baby.
Yes, hey!
Hey, anybody want to re-up on some of this colored folks? I got 20-cent pack for you, for you recreational users.
Hey, I've been thinking about making some money with you, Phil. I got some new opportunities we could fully exploit. I'm dealing with some Wall Street types now, and this weed is the shit.
Uh-oh. Watch out, Phil. You know he thinks he can sell ice water to an Eskimo. But I will trade you 2 packs for 1 Knicks ticket, 10 rows from the floor.
Nah, Bojo. Well, I'll catch him on MSB. Who you got, Mo? Somebody who want to buy a pound or two?
Oh, look. Okay. Forget about the Knicks ticket. I got tickets for Nicki Minaj, Bruno Mars, Chance the Rapper, Barbara Streisand, and nobody's got Barbara Streisand tickets in this town but me.
Okay, I'll trade you for some Babs tickets. You know, I probably could sell them for a nice profit. And Mo, let's make this money, baby. I got bills up the ass.
Let me ask y'all a question. You can't have any fun in New York City without what?
Oh, we know.
Money. Let's talk about money, huh? Without money, you can't create moments that make this life worth living, or it seems like shelter, food, water. You know the basics. You pay for them and you have them and immediately benefit from them. And the more money you have, the more moments you can create, and that's what makes life worth living, or so it seems.
Oh yeah. That's why I'm hustling so hard right about now.
You gotta stay on top of your game at all times.
And at the end of the day, we all just squirrels trying to get a nut.
Speak for yourself. I'm doing a little more than just collecting some nuts. I knocked down 6 figures last year and looking to do better this year. Yes, sir.
Yeah, cuz.
Oh, Joe, you say that with a whole lot of pride, and you should take pride in what you do, but I hope you know that making 6 figures is nothing to some people.
Yeah, if you're making 12 figures. Why do you see what I... Hey, do you see what I see?
What?
Oh, shit.
I think it's a black bear right over there.
Where?
Moe Joe points in the direction of the bear.
You see, I heard they got black bears up here, but I ain't never saw one.
Yeah, that sure is a black bear.
Bo Joe pulls out his .44 Magnum and fires off 3 rounds into the air.
You see him take off? You hear that and ain't come near this place.
No, but a game warden will, and I ain't renewed my fishing license. Damn.
What?
Oh shit! I can read it. I can read the newspaper headline now. Black lives didn't matter on Crowtown on the Hudson as 3 black fishermen found dead with a sign asking, "Where your fishing license hanging around your neck?"
Make a joke if you want to. Shit can get real ugly real quick out here.
And the beat goes on. Okay. You hear the news this morning about Donald Trump?
What the fuck he done did now?
You mean besides colluding with Russia, loving the KKK, hating on the NFL, firing Comey, Flynn, and Bannon? Got his gangster friend out of jail, Roger Manafort and Flynn? And wait a minute. He is now wondering if he can pardon himself, pardon his daughter, and his son-in-law. But again, most important, if he can pardon himself. Obliterate anything that Obama has done. Say fake news is 1,000 times. Say fake news 1,000 times a day. Thank Hannity and his loyalty, and have all the rest of the Republican leadership fall to their knees and kissing his ass.
Yeah. Besides that,
He's threatened to blast North Korea with nuclear weapons.
Bo Joe turns into Donald Trump, speaking into his telephone and points finger at Thil.
Yeah, look, look here, Rocket Man. I like what you have been behaving. I like you. You've been behaving really badly.
Oh, you whipping dog! You dotard! You piece of orange shit! Oh, we would turn U.S. to dust. Keep on fucking with us.
Breaking news. Kim Jong-un just fired the biggest, baddest bomb yet. It dropped into the Pacific Ocean only 3 miles from Los Angeles.
Fuck you, fuck you. I am going to call your daddy, your real daddy. You know, President XYZ of China. He will straighten your ass out.
Oh, you think I give a fuck? I'm crazy. You just ask Dennis Rodman.
There will be fire, and hot fire everywhere. Like fire you have never seen.
Breaking news. Donald Trump just signs executive order ending payment of Obamacare subsidies to insurance companies.
Bo Joe and Thil freeze and then turn into Trump white trash supporters.
Well, hell, about time, yeah. Wait a minute.
Does that mean that what I think it means? I gotta pay what Obama said he was gonna pay for me?
Oh, hell no. He ain't mean us. Just them people that want to have a welfare and food stamps and all that other shit. Not us.
Hey, buddy, I got an EBT card. That ain't the same as food stamps, is it? I just showed this card and pay for the food. I don't show them no food stamps.
Right. You got a fucking credit card.
Breaking news. Donald Trump says he's going to remove FEMA and all the federal responders from hurricane-stricken Puerto Rico.
Bo Joe and Thil freeze, and Bo Joe turns into Trump, and Thil turns into the mayor of San Juan, Puerto Rico.
Puerto Ricans owe a lot of goddamn money to everybody, and you got the nerve to act ungrateful because my help got here a little late. There's a big fucking ocean out there. We gotta send a lot of shit in that big fucking ocean to you, and you gonna say I am fucking up?
Mira, papa, you don't throw paper towels at people like you throw peanuts at monkeys in the Bronx Zoo.
That's okay. That's it. That's it. I'm sending everybody home. FEMA is out, and everybody else.
The music coming from the portable radio CD player stops, and a voice is heard making a public announcement.
We interrupt your programming to bring you a national emergency bulletin. President Trump just launched a nuclear attack against North Korea. This is not a test. Stay tuned for further safety instructions.
What the fuck?
Okay. A game is over.
Yeah, no more breaking news.
This is for real.
All three slowly walk back to their chairs and sit in silence as the sky turns a bright blood red. We hear an alien voice that enters the minds of its listeners and communicates to the masses on Earth. We are from the planet Ruby Dubia. I am the queen of Ruby Dubia. We will not let you destroy yourselves. We cannot allow you to destroy yourselves. Our own survival depends on it. Therefore, Earth is now under our command. First, we have destroyed all of your weapons of mass destruction. Second, every human on the planet are now all equal members of the new collective. And finally, you will learn to live and must learn to live in peace with one another and solve your differences so that your planet will have prosperity at all times.
What the? What the hell's going on? Damn, this weed is too much.
I had a feeling this is the only way out.
I surrender. I surrender for real. You can have it all.
Once upon an enchanted humanity in a galaxy far, far away, lived a life for all because they lived as one. They resembled Earth in every way, except their smiles paid for their reality, which was one of not letting their spirits interrupt with the will that inadvertently guides it. So joy juxtapose itself. No one had a chance to become dragged down or dreamed out. Time begot respect. Respect begot history. And history begot love. They made a choice to be born again and spewed forth fragrant incense of life throughout the universe, landing sweet spittle on earth, witnessing a surging salt sea which washed upon a rock reality forever with the prayer and hope that you become an enchanted humanity. Awake and begin your lives again in peace. Don't make the mistakes of the past. We will appoint and train some of you to become new leaders based on our values. The sky and clouds returned to normal, and the three men seemed to vaguely return to normal and check their lines for fish.
Oh, what a story, huh? I mean, imagine if Trump really does drop the bomb on North Korea.
Well, I don't think we would be as lucky. Because ain't no Ruby Doobie.
Hey, you never know. It's more than us. It's more than just us in the universe. I believe that shit.
Red sky starts to return again and show the silhouettes of the three fishermen engulfed in white light again, and the rise in the sky and fade away and fade to black. The end of episode 1. Episode 2, the abduction.